Welcome to our June 2020 Saturday Sampler. Yes, we are virtual again today. Oregon is in phase 2 of reopening. So by the numbers, we could have you meet here. But unfortunately, even though we have the numbers have expanded, so by the numbers we could be here, we are still supposed to be 6 feet apart. And we're obviously shoulder to shoulder, jam-packed in here, so we cannot meet in person yet. I cannot even have my small groups meet because my tables are only 4 feet wide, and by the time you get people on either side leaning over their sewing machines, or they're on lace day leaning over our bobbin or pillows or whatever, our heads are probably only 3 feet apart. So I cannot have any small groups meet until we can be close enough together to do it. That being said, I am open regular hours, no appointment necessary. I am requesting that we only have 5 customers at a time in the shop. If you peek your head in and there are 5 customers already in here, which doesn't happen very often unless there's a big special thing going on, I am going to request that you wait in your car. And knowing that I have 2 doors, if I see you peek your head in one door and someone goes out the other door, I will do my best to go out the door I saw you come in and wave you in. No promises. You might want to, come back and peek in again if you've been out waiting for a while. So that's where we are currently with the reopening. If you have not heard, Union County, which is LeGrand, has had an explosion of over 200 confirmed cases this week alone. So COVID's still around. COVID can still kill you. Just saying. All right, so let's get past all that stuff, all the administrative stuff, and let's get on talking about what is happening around the shop. So let me take a look at my calendar here. So today is, as when you're watching this, is Saturday the 20th of June. Tomorrow, Quilters Trek starts. Quilters Trek collection period runs June 21st through, let me look through my calendar here, through September 8th, it looks like I have down here. Quilters Trek, if you remember row by row, they basically just changed the name. There's there's a few differences, but very little difference between Quilters Trek and row by row. If you don't know what it is, it's a multinational shop hop, essentially, and you have all summer. You obviously don't have to get to everything. That'd be totally impossible. Let me run over the rules, all the information about Quilters Trek, and then I'll tell you what my block is. All right, so Quilters Trek. Here's my information sheet. Quilters Trek is where you have, let me get out my better information sheet. You go to shop to shop to shop. During the promotion, when you go to the shop, you may ask for and receive a free pattern for that shop's particular block, row, whatever they're wanting to call it. So here's what it is. In past years, it started off as a 9 by 36 inch row. Then a few years ago, they changed some dimensions and gave multiple options for sizes. This year, it is 4 9-inch blocks, which can either be set in a row or in a 18 by 18 square, or scattered throughout the quilt, whatever. Here is how you win prizes at Quilters Trek. You may create a quilt using a minimum of 32 9-inch Quilters Trek designs from at least 8 participating shops. The first 2 people to bring a completed quilt, which is quilted, bound, and labeled, into a participating store between July 15th and October 15th will receive 15 free fat quarters with a bonus prize if the shop you take it into, if you've used their blocks. Some things that have changed from when it was row by row. Row by row, you used to be able to bring a quilt in the next day, and there actually were people who did, and some of the bigger shops brought a quilt in the very next day, and there was only one winner per shop. So they said you can't bring a winning quilt in until July 15th. That gives more people time to get their quilts done instead of it being a group staying up all night doing their quilt, which is the only way they possibly could have gotten, kits collected and things made and turned in first thing the next morning, as if it was a group doing it and staying up all night. And also being two winners, again, more opportunities for winners. The other thing that has changed, it used to be that you could only buy the kits in the shops as well. Because of the pandemic, there are some stores who cannot physically have people come in the shop. They can still hand out they may have to hand their patterns out curbside, because there's some states that are still locked down pretty tight. And so this year, we are allowed to mail our kits out. You can call. I don't have it up on the web yet. Mine's going to be up on the website tomorrow. It'll be up on the website by Sunday, yes. I'm actually filming this on Friday, so dates in my head. So I will most likely have it up on the website on Saturday. Available for pre-sale. I just can't actually ship them until Sunday. But you can look on quilterstrek.com, and there's a shop finder, and you can look and see most of the shops do have a picture of their blocks on the web, so you can look and see, hey, I want this one, and it might be in Wisconsin or something. That one looks really cool. I'm going to call them, I'm going to order their block, and they'll send it to me. Used to be you actually physically had to go into the shop to get it. Now, I don't expect to be able to do mail order next year if the pandemic's over. Just that's an FYI. The other cool thing that we've done this year for Quilters Trek is, in past years we've had shops that had optional, their little license plates, souvenir license plates have something to do with the state they're in or whatever. There are license plates available, but they're not specifically row by row anymore. Now, every shop is going to have included in their kit some little fabric tokens, which may or may not be used in their design, but you have to buy the kit to get it. There's going to be a selection, and you're not going to know what token you get until you buy your kit. You're either going to get one of 7 designs, one of 7 designs specific to the state the shop is in. So I've got all these Oregon designs. Or you're going to get a golden token. These are like Cracker Jack prizes. You have to buy a kit to get a prize. You don't know what it is until you buy a kit. You're not allowed to open the kit and dig through and see what token's in it. There isn't really a prize for getting a golden token, because some states can construe that as gambling if you are required to purchase something in order to win something. There will be a special Facebook page for people who get the golden token. They can take a little selfie and I got a golden token thing. Just kind of little bragging rights, but nothing of any monetary value. So those are kind of cool. And obviously, if you want all the state designs, anything left over is available for sale afterwards. So those are kind of cool things. And let's see, what else do I need to talk about on Quilters Trek / row by row. Oh, the theme this year is True Blue. It's not a item. It's not there was one year it was on the trail, and there was a water thing, and all those themes kind of require either applique or paper piecing, which are fine, but not everybody likes to do those. This year it can be any technique, because the theme is simply a color. It's True Blue. That's it. True Blue. You have to have True Blue in the block. It should be the predominant color. I've seen some blocks where there's only a little splash, but at least it's in there. So here's what we have done for charm needles this year. we have pieced blocks, simple pieced blocks. They look difficult, but they're not. So I have 2 blocks. If you buy my kit, you will, and if order, you will need to make, or get my free pattern, you'll need to make 2 of each of these blocks. They're not really difficult. Pretty simple. They look complicated, but they're not, I hope. Cheryl did design the blocks. I spent all day writing the patterns for them. They're ready. They're not kitted up yet. They obviously will be, but they're not yet. My kits are going to cost $13. And again, the pattern is free during the collection period. Once the collection period is over, I'm probably going to charge $5 for the pattern, and the kit will go up to $18. And that is, I think, everything about Quilter. Oh well, if you're one of the first 2, here's a winning prize certificate. If you're one of the first 2 to bring something in, so there's that. That's pretty much all about Quilters Trek. It starts on Sunday the 21st. I'm not open on Sundays, so come see me on Tuesday, or order it on the website, and I will have a kit, pattern, etc. available to you. All right, let me grab my calendar. I've just buried it, and look at the next thing that's happening in the shop after Quilters Trek gets started. The next thing is Treasure Shop Hop. Was supposed to be in April. Got postponed. It is now August 20th through the 29th. The theme is red, white, and blue. I just had drawn a total blank on what the theme was. The theme is red, white, and blue. There are 14 shops in it. Bluebird Quilt Studio in Nampa, Claudson Sew and Soak in LeGrand, Me, Country Corners in Nissa, Dinah's in Cambridge, Granny's Attic in McCall, Judy Ann's in Weezer, LeGrand Quilt Shop, Maryland's in Nissa, Quilting Bliss, Sleepy Hollow in Marsing, Stitch and Snip, Quilt Crossing, and Treasure Every Stitch. This is one where you have 10 days to go to every shop. You get your passport stamped at every shop, you turn it in, you go in a drawing for a $50 gift certificate from each shop. And I do believe we're also going to be having some other lower levels of prizes as well, not just all at one, in one level. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That is in August. And what's the next thing on here is just a little bit later, on September 24th, Quilting on the Dry Side starts. Quilting on the Dry Side is the Eastern Oregon, Eastern Washington hop, and it runs the 24th of September through October 3rd. There are 12 shops in Quilting on the Dry Side. Janine's Bernina in Pasco, Washington. Quilt Mania in Richland, Washington. Discount Sew and Vac, Kennewick, Washington. Fabric 108, Kennewick, Washington. Walla Walla Sew and Vac, Walla Walla, obviously. Stash in Walla Walla. Mama Bear Quilt Shop in Stanfield, Oregon. Claudson Sew and Soak in LeGrand. Treasure Every Stitch in Baker City. Country Corners in Nissa. Me, and a new shop, Prairie Creek Quilts in Enterprise. The theme is solid colors. Each shop will have chosen a solid, and it's a true solid, not a tonal. It's a true solid, and we'll be making 4-inch and a 6-inch block with their solids. You will receive from each shop the solid to make their kit and the pattern to make their block for free. You have to provide your own background fabric. Oh, I forgot to mention on Treasure Hop that there will be the 12-inch blocks kits available for $6 each, $2 of which goes to Project Linus. All right, back to Quilting on the Dry Side. Quilting on the Dry Side, your prize, if you go to every shop and get your passport stamped and turn it in, is a Bernina sewing machine. I don't know the model yet, but the drawing is for a Bernina sewing machine. So that's really awesome. Those are the hops that are happening. I also have on the calendar the Tater Tot Festival that is supposedly the 18th and 19th of September. Again, all of these festival things, I don't know their status based on, and even the hops, I don't know their status based on, you know, pandemic things. Dates and everything actually are subject to change due to the pandemic, but this is where we are at the moment as far as planning things on the calendar. So now, let's talk, oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about, I have this little basket of stuff here. If any of you participated in the 2015-16 Saturday Sampler, that would have been the year that I purchased the shop from Louise. I still have a few orphan blocks hanging around from that Saturday Sampler. I have put them on clearance for $1 each. So these are available while they last. Let's talk about the blocks that we're going to be making this month for our Saturday Sampler. We're going to be making, and ignore my scribbles on this pattern, here's this block. You will be making either 3 of this block, and that's it, or you will make 3 of this block and 1 of this block. Your kits do have enough so that you can make, you don't have to choose what kit, your kits have enough so you can make either 3 of one, and that's it, or 2 in 1. This one with the applique, you don't like cats, don't put the cats on. The cat actually is applique on after. It's actually a window pane. You can put anything you want there. And if you want to do prairie points, there's prairie points. There's no other prairie points on the quilt anyplace. You can put whatever you want in that window pane or leave it blank. It's kind of a cool little block. There are flying geese in this block. Flying geese are pretty easy. I'm sure we all know how to do flying geese. But do you know all of the various ways to do flying geese? There is, I can think of at least 4, maybe 5 ways to do flying geese. Some of them are do 1 geese at a time. Some is do 2. I think you can do some 2 at a time or 4 at a time. I will be doing videos on how we make these blocks. The main video I will do exactly the way Cheryl wrote it. Cheryl wrote to do the flying geese 4 at a time with the heart method. I have a more favorite way that I like to do it, so I'll show you that. One thing that this is not necessary. You probably can't see that. That's clear. Let me get the little cover thing. This is a trim tool for flying geese. You don't have to have a trim tool for flying geese, but it kind of makes it a little easier, I find. So when I do the videos, I will be using this ruler. I just got a whole stock of these in, so you can purchase them. And they are, and I forgot to bring one over here that has a price tag on it, I believe in the $24 range. I think that's what they are. Anyway, so these are really awesome. I will be showing you how to use these ones for all the various methods of making flying geese. So that's really awesome. We'll have fun with that. I will also be doing I will be doing both blocks. I'll be doing videos on multiple methods of flying geese, which will be quite informative, I think. And that looks like I have gotten through all of my pile of notes and showing things I wanted to show you. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, smash that notification button. I don't have the videos ready yet on making the blocks because I've been concentrating on trying to get Quilters Trek ready to go for Sunday. As soon as I get a few Quilters Trek kits cut, I will start filming the videos for this week's block. So make sure that you've got yourself the notification button so you can be notified when those videos go up. Thanks for watching, and remember to either bring your block in or send me a picture of your block by no later than Friday the 26th of in order to get your June block for free. I do have them ready if you want to come in today the 21st to get them. They are ready to go. So We will see you next time. Thanks for watching.